Gather around, everybody. We have work to do. Got influence. Coin. Tevinter resistance.
The Darkspawn have been driven back on the Storm Coast.
Let us pray they do not return.
Y'all just
Inquisitor,
grind me some materials real quick, okay?
let us begin.
That's the new task.
All right.
I did mention I would like this recording to just be a bunch of dialogue, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to talk to everyone I want to, as much as possible, and I'm going to be quiet, unless it's like really important that I interject and interrupt them.
And what else did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition. Anything else? She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother. That does sound like her. Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention. You always do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Nevada, your worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Can I do anything to help negotiations?
Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Dealing with so many demanding, strong-willed people can't be easy.
It's no less intense than my days at court, Inquisitor, I assure you. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
I have time if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss. Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Gennard still won't respond to our letters. And Sarah, can she not find a single overshirt with that mustard stains on it? Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
It went by so quickly, I didn't even notice.
You're far too polite. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
No one else here has your experience, Josephine. Or your stories.
I'll try to curtail their length next time. But I leave feeling less troubled than I have in weeks.
Josephine is adorable. I genuinely think that this just doesn't go into anything. Like, they made it so that you think you're up high and shit, but I don't think that actually goes anywhere, hence why I can't jump down there, because it's not an actual place that's anywhere relative to this building. Building, I say. Let's go. You know what? We need to talk to fucking everyone out here. I also need to talk to Gatsy over here.
Honored, Inquisitor. Godsey Sturhall. Did my part on the walls. Now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know its worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
Where did you learn your skills?
Orzammar. Carved a few statues in my day. And before you ask, yes, I chose to leave. I carved a paragon who turned out to be a sodding madwoman. Couldn't stand looking at it. The memory of a dwarf, right?
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what, you finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Okay, so he's the one who
Another time.
builds my mosaic pieces, but I don't think I have made any. But he like sets them up on the walls, and they make little pictures. Alright, let's talk to everyone who needs a fucking home. Who the fuck are you?
It's you. Your worship. I'm serving now. In a different way.
Who the fuck are you? Sarah.
Well,
Sarah
about
disapproves
time you came
everything.
around to talk,
Jesus
innit? Sign me up, then not so much as a welcome. Little busy, I hope, making sure this new place can keep out a pissing archdemon. And the thing controlling it, that we're hunting. Droste, what does step in?
I've apparently been through a lot. But yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Don't get me started. Oh, wait, too late, right? A Magister who cracked the Black City. It's a hazy dream, right? I mean, if it's real, then the seat of the Maker? Real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker? Real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world? Real things. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
She has like severe ADHD. She just goes and goes and goes. That was weird.
Inquisitor.
I don't want to talk to you. I'm going to talk to Vivian, even though I never want to talk to her.
It was a mistake to use Haven as a base of operations. The town was completely indefensible.
Don't look at me. You can blame me later.
A lot of our people just died. We will discuss whose fault that is later.
Now is always the time, my dear. The past cannot be changed, and tomorrow may never come. You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
I'm not going to forgive what happened at Haven. Corypheus will answer for what he's done.
You're angry. Good. Anger can save you when everything else is gone. Just make sure you put it to good use. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
Where'd her butt go to?
So, this is Skyhold. Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications. We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
Corypheus thinks we're beaten. By the time he finds us, we'll be legion.
I know soldiers. I know our soldiers. Corypheus made 100 enemies when he kicked down our door. Let him come. I swear I'll take the twister bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
You see this as a personal insult, don't you?
If it's not personal for you, maybe it should be. The people flock to your banner, eager to fight for the Herald of Andraste. Their faith is a leash, and your Inquisition has taken hold of it. Tell me honestly, are you what they say you are? Andraste's chosen?
I was chosen by Andraste. She saved me. We shouldn't question it.
I don't. We all need to believe in something.
I question it. Just saying. So, did they all stand around there just because I hadn't initiated their stuff? Also, we're talking to you.
Scout Harding.
Harding, you're adorable.
What's been going on?
Seeker Cassandra came through here, looking like a storm cloud. That's just her face, though, isn't it?
I have to go.
Yes, unfortunately it is. Sarah, do you have anything new? I guess they were supposed to all go to their places.
Demon armies and wardens, and Varric has exactly who we need. The big talker just knows everything.
So you like to have fun? The Inquisition seems an odd fit. Why are you really here?
What do you mean? To help people.
It's starting to sound like you're looking for something more.
It is. Mostly. Okay, fine. There's talk and I want to see.
See what?
I don't know. I've got all this chantry stuff in my head, and it makes sense, right? But it's fuzzy. I want to see if it's all really real. I just don't know if I want to really know. So I'm selfish. It's all for me. Count yourself lucky, I guess.
Tell me about your friends.
You apparently have a lot of friends. Tell me about your network.
It's not mine, right? I mean, it is, but it's also everyone. Everyone who wants to shove it to nobles who hide behind gold and silk. And hats, I guess.
Is Red Jenny real? Or was she always just you and your friends?
Dunno.
Don't you care?
Not if it works. I mean, Red is scary because blood. And Jenny is... Look, nobody fears the bunch of people who do random stuff. And besides, it's easy. Nobles want a bogeyman because they need to believe normal people can't get at them. Numbers, right? It don't have to be so complicated.
It seems like it should be more complicated than that.
That's why you be bad at it and why I'm here. You don't want to play, don't play. That's simple too.
Okay.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, isn't it?
Let's go finally talk to Iron Bull for once. Left this man hanging.
Help stop the bleeding.
So, that Tevinter guy sent you into the future?
Every time I think I understand magic, the rules change.
I know, right? If I were a mage, I'd just throw fire at people. That's honest. Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on. It'll be worth your time, I promise. Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the Conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. She doesn't talk much.
Huh.
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori? Or whatever that Corypheus asshole is.
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
The Inquisitor isn't a god. She's just a woman trying to do the right thing.
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't sing the chant of light as much as I should.
If you saw what happened,
But you can't see something like that and not...
then how do you not recognize me?
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink.
That whole thing was to like get to know the common army people.
I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option, but a few faces might help.
But she said she saw the Inquisitor facing it like...
It was good to get that perspective.
A liar, I see.
Sounds like we could use an easy win for boys like Tanner. And vets like Mira have seen enough to be wary. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
Okie doke. Cassandra, do you have something? Yes, you do.
Something in particular you require?
I see I'm intruding. I'll be on my way.
No, wait. We saw so many Red Templars at the assault on Haven. Perhaps all that was left of the Order. What we didn't see was Lord Seeker Lucius. Indeed, I've seen no hint of any Seekers amongst the Red Templars, or anywhere. I have a growing suspicion Corypheus has imprisoned them.
Why imprisoned? He could just as easily have killed them.
Not easily. But yes, they may be dead. But the Seekers began this war against the mages. They cannot have simply vanished. There must be a trail we can follow, yet so far I have only discovered hints.
But they could have ended up just like the Red Templars.
Seekers do not use lyrium. I assume Corypheus gained control of the Templars by corrupting the lyrium they were already taking. To do the same to a Seeker, you'd have to force the lyrium upon him. That may be what happened, but it couldn't have begun that way. We're missing a piece of the puzzle, Inquisitor. I need to find it.
Finding them obviously means a lot to you.
I don't expect you to understand. I cannot even claim that rescuing them would be beneficial. They wouldn't look kindly on the Inquisition. But even so, if there's a chance... If we can spare resources to follow up on these leads, Inquisitor, I would appreciate it.
I don't know why she thinks they could be imprisoned instead of dead. Because if you can imprison someone, I'm pretty sure you're going to kill them. Unless they're obviously like the god status or whatever. But these are just people. So if you have a way to imprison them, pretty sure killing them becomes a lot easier. Let's go talk to Cullen, because I need to do that. Cullen! Sweet baby boy.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now! We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Do you ever sleep?
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
How many were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but has improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
Everyone has so much faith in my leadership. I hope I'm ready.
You won't have to carry the Inquisition alone, although it must feel like it. We needed a leader, and you have proven yourself.
You responded quickly to the attack on Haven. Without that, so many more would have died. I'm grateful for any help you can give.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I will do everything I can to ensure the security of our people. You have my word.
Good boy, Colin. What a good lad. There's Blackwall over in the stables where he belongs. I don't know why there's all these vendors. I guess it's so that I can purchase like specific things. Like this person probably sells armor or weapons or something. And they specifically sell that. I want to sell these. Okay, I don't think I have any spider stuff, so that should be fine. Warden Blackwall.
This is just... it's something to keep their hands busy. I'm grateful you tracked me down when you did. As exciting as wandering the woodlands was, this is better. It's good to be part of something so important. Something that could change things.
The Grey Wardens are huge and important. You're part of that.
True, but without a blight on the horizon, everything the Wardens do feels like waiting. This, the Inquisition, is what matters now, and I'm grateful to be a part of it. You are who you choose to follow. Someone told me that once. Took me years to understand what he meant.
There's wisdom in that.
It was a Chevalier who said those words to me. A powerful man, but never without honor. A true knight. We met as competitors in the Grand Tourney. He left me with that advice before we parted. Put aside his own ambitions to help me win the melee. I don't think I even thanked him.
He must have wanted something from you to help like that.
A pupil, a squire. Someone to teach and to mold. He saw my potential. When it was over, he offered to mentor me. To teach me to become a chevalier like him. And I, young and stupid, turned him down flat. I just won the melee at the Grand Tourney. I didn't need him. I should have gone with him. Perhaps things could have been different.
You're here now. A Grey Warden. It worked out.
I suppose it did, didn't it? But I'm older. Hopefully wiser. And I think I've chosen the right person to walk with. At your service.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of Wardens.
He was literally there, just so we're clear. I brought him.
Are you feeling alright? No voices or anything?
If I start hearing things, I promise you'll be the first to know.
I think you would be the first to know, technically.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Anywho.
I don't need you, sister.
Well, that's rude. Colin, you got anything else?
Yes?
Are you with anyone?
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
How's Leliana?
How do you like working with Leliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Leliana is just as responsible for its formation.
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
Soldiers?
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our soldiers are well disciplined and committed to the cause. Templars and mages are not used to seeing each other as allies. But they are working together well enough thus far.
No more
I
questions.
should let you get back to work.
So I think this, I want to be a
there
Templar
something you
thing, is part of the
Is there anything I should know?
specifications that I can get
Bull's men are professionals.
in my
despite evidence to
fighting.
the contrary.
That's all for now.
Another time then.
What are the abilities? Because currently, as a warrior, you can have short sword and shield or two-hand, as well as you can be a Battlemaster or Vanguard, which are like the secondary abilities. This is mainly weapon, and this is other ability stuff. And then I have that just for being an Inquisitor. But Cassandra has the Templar one. Sarah has Tempest. Dorian is a Necromancer. Blackwall's a Champion. Assassin. Knight Enchanter. Rift Mage. Artificer. And Reaver. So I think I can choose one of the warrior ones, which seem to be Reaver, Templar, and Champion. What was Blackwall's?
Haven was a cock-up, Herald, Inquisitor. But you did right by me, and others. We'll pay you back.
Well, I'm glad you're hanging out.
Well, you're here.
Yeah, I am here. Good talk.
Go on.
Fuck you, Sarah.
Inquisitor.
Okay, let's see if Varric has anything new. Yep.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
If you and Hawke defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you and Hawke even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawke. He actually got control of an entire Carter clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carter to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawke's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
You had nothing to do with this, Varric.
I was the one who led Hawke to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carter to that ruin. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Varric, I want something shot.
Battling the demons of paperwork. That's a fight nobody walks away from clean.
You have no idea the number of times I've almost been killed by bills of lading. I've been meaning to come talk to you anyhow. I never officially joined the Inquisition. I don't know how to do this disciplehood thing. I'm a businessman. Never really followed a chosen one before.
There's nothing to it. Just follow my lead.
It's not really that easy. The Inquisition isn't simply another army. You just don't know what you are to the people out there. The Herald of Andraste is a symbol bigger than any of us.
So what exactly am I to the people out there?
The sky tears open, demons everywhere. To ordinary folks, these are the end times. The only hope they have is you. You're the sign that somebody might hear their prayers. That maybe they're not abandoned after all. You heard the crowd singing after Haven was attacked?
Please don't tell me you're going to burst into song now.
Don't worry, I'm not that cruel. I should probably get back to work. Unless, you up for a game of Wicked Grace?
Alright, Varric, we've had enough camaraderie. Let me go talk to Solus. He's got a quest for me or something.
Something wrong with your tea?
It is tea. I detest this stuff. But this morning, I need to shake the dreams from my mind. I may also need a favor.
You just have to ask.
One of my oldest friends has been captured by mages, forced into slavery. I heard the cry for help as I slept.
I'd be happy to help. What did these mages use to capture your friend? Blood magic?
A summoning circle, I would imagine.
I'm sorry?
My friend is a spirit of wisdom. Unlike the spirits clamoring to enter our world through the rifts, it was dwelling quite happily in the Fade. It was summoned against its will, and wants my help to gain its freedom and return to the Fade.
All right. Let's go get your friend.
Thank you. I got a sense of my friend's location before I awoke. I'll mark it on our map.
Okie doke. So, yeah, I got quests. I don't know how tough that one would be, but we have more things to do now.
Anything interesting?
A letter regarding Felix, Alexius's son. He went to the Magisterium, stood on the Senate floor and told them of you. A glowing testimonial, I'm informed. No news on the reaction, but everyone back home is talking. Felix always was as good as his word.
Was?
He's dead. The Blight caught up with him.
Are you all right?
He was ill, and thus on borrowed time anyhow.
That doesn't mean you can't regret his death.
I know. Felix used to sneak me treats from the kitchens when I was working late in his father's study. Don't get into trouble on my behalf, I tell him. I like trouble, he'd say. Tevinter could use more mages like him. Those who put the good of others above themselves.
Were the two of you...
Felix and I? What an odd question. No, I had no intention of abusing Alexius's hospitality by seducing his son. Not that I've been proper my whole life, by any means. It wasn't like that. Even in illness, Felix was the best of us. With him around, you knew things could be better.
You make it sound like he was a better person than you.
What a mad thing to say. Few people are better than I. Very well, a better person, clearly, not nearly as handsome. Thankfully, Felix wasn't the only decent sort kicking around Thedas.
Dorian is adorable. It's just so cute. Oh yeah, I've never been here, have I? This is where Miss Vivian resides. Where they put up my little things. Mother Giselle.
My Lady Inquisitor, it's good of you to speak with me.
Why the fuck are you here?
News regarding one of your companions, the Tevinter.
Oh, nice. Neat.
Has Dorian done something wrong?
No, thankfully. It's nothing like that. I have been in contact with his family. House Pavas out of Carenas.
Oh, this is Dorian's quest.
familiar. We've never met, if that's what you're suggesting.
I'm suggesting nothing. I'm only curious whether you know of his situation. The family sent a letter describing the estrangement from their son and pleading for my aid. They've asked to arrange a meeting quietly without telling him. They fear it's the only way he'll come. Since you seem to be on good terms with the young man, I'd hoped...
I'm not going to trick him. I'll tell him there's a meeting, but I'm not going to lie.
I feared you might say that. The family will send a retainer to meet the young man at the Red Cliff Temple, to take him onward. If he truly does not wish this reunion, he can always end the matter there. I pray you change your mind, Inquisitor. Perhaps their letter will persuade you. If there is any chance of success in this, it behooves us to act.
Well, official looking letter. It's not an actual official letter, it's just official looking. Dorian, I have a note from your family. I totally didn't read it.
The Inquisition supports free mages. What's next? Elves running Halam-Sharal? Cows milking farmers?
You disagree?
I take it you don't agree.
On the contrary, I approve. Heartily. I do wonder if you've considered what this support of yours will do. For mages in general, I mean. The Inquisition
Hopefully
is
help
seen
them.
as an authority. You've given southern mages license to, well, be like mages back home.
I'm not romancing Dorian, he's not into me.
What would be wrong with that exactly?
Nothing, at first. Thing is, the Imperium was once just like the South. Templars, proper circles, all that rot. Then it changed, by inches. Not that this is reason to oppress us. Still, my homeland should be a cautionary tale, not a source of inspiration.
Alexis is dead, why would I ask?
Dorian, there's a letter you need to see.
A letter? Is it a naughty letter? A humorous proposal from some Antivan dowager?
Yeah, it's a naughty letter.
It's from your father.
From my father? I see. And what does Magister Hallward want, pray tell?
I don't fucking know, I didn't read it.
Show me this letter.
You read it.
I know my son? What my father knows of me would barely fill a thimble.
This is so typical. I'm willing to bet this retainer is a henchman, hired to knock me on the head and drag me back to Tevinter.
I won't let
That would
him.
be hard to do while I stood there.
He expects me to travel with Mother Giselle, although Maker knows why he'd think I would. Let's go. Let's meet this so-called family retainer. If it's a trap, we escape and kill everyone. You're good at that. If it's not, I send the man back to my father with the message that he can stick his alarm in his wit's end.
I am good at that. Let's go.
Let's go meet this retainer then.
I wonder how much my father paid this man to wait around just in case I showed. We'll find out soon enough.
Dorian, I do love your stash. You're so adorable. Like, yes. Man, maybe we should have romanced Dorian. Liliana, I'm gonna read all your papers. Any paper here? No.
Reports of fate rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse.
We'll get
The
to
only
work
thing
then,
that will
lazy
calm their fears
bones.
now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Special. I watched
In
you
Redcliffe,
die.
you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling?
Oh, you are referring to my outburst in the Haven. I am much better now. Justinia was such a dear friend, and there were so many things going wrong.
Sometimes it's best to talk these things out.
I was there when the hero Ferelden defeated the Archdemon. We won the day, and I thought the Maker smiled on me. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now, Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You were grieving and upset. I understand.
Thank you. Now enough of this. Let us think more pleasant thoughts.
I'll leave you to your work.
I have a question. So, Leliana was a companion in the first game, who you could literally kill. Like, not get killed. Like, if you did something that she really didn't like, she would fucking fight you to the death. And obviously, since you're the main player, you can just reset the game. And you're not dead anymore. You just load the checkpoint. But still, she could straight up die. And yet, I guess, canon is that she didn't, or she came back to life or whatever if you did kill her. And she plays such a huge role in this game. However, people like Sten or Zevran don't play like any part. I think Wynn might be dead. She was an old lady. I know Zevran has like a quest line or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know if I remember anything about Sten in this game. Maybe there's some mission or something. But you never see them, as far as I can recall. I know you'll meet Morrigan again and Alistair, depending on your choices and stuff. Well, Morrigan always, and Alistair if he was king, which he is in this life. But what happened to those two lads? And my bar. Well, actually, it's been 15. That dog is probably dead. Never mind. There's also Shale, who was a rock golem companion. And was there another companion? Let me look it up real quick. Dragon Age 1 companions. We killed Logain. Ogren, that's right. There's a little dwarf man. Totally forgot about him. Wasn't super into him. And then Awakening Anders is one, which he's in the second game. Justice, which was a spirit in a body. Nathaniel House, Sigrun, Valana. And then there's that DLC. Oh yeah, the Darkspawn Chronicles. There was a DLC that's literally you get to play as Darkspawn in the final mission, and you try to kill the hero of Ferelden. It's really funny. Oh yeah, and then there was the Witch Hunt DLC, which is Ariana and Finn, plus your dog. Who, you're hunting down Morrigan, because at the end of the first game she leaves you. So in that DLC you're tracking her. And I believe, technically in no way can she die. Your character can let her go, leave with her, I think only if you romanced her. Or stab her. But clearly she doesn't die, because she will come back in this game.
Let's see what we have.
So clearly she didn't die, like Leliana as well. Same situation. They get killed by the hero Ferelden and then just don't die. Because the third game was like, oh, we need them.
Let us begin.
Also, from the second game, I'm not super familiar with the second game, but Anders, I believe, is in a lot of trouble because of, I mean, obviously. I don't remember if he died, though. Who... There's also the elf girl who does, like, blood magic, and I cannot remember her name. And then your sibling, who turns into a Grey Warden or a Templar, depending. So there's Anders, Aveline, and then the sibling, Fenris, Isabella, Meryl, Sebastian, and Varric. So Leliana from the first game and Varric from the second one become main people. And yes, Cullen is in the other games. He's not a companion, though. He's hardly anything. You, like, meet him once or twice throughout the games, and he's just a nobody. But there are other people. Like, why aren't they main characters? Maybe they'll be main characters in 4 if it's going back to Tevinter. Or not back to, just to Tevinter in general. I don't know. I am curious, though. I do want to know when the fuck that game is coming out. If they'll ever fucking announce it. But what made them choose these specific ones, like these specific people, to be Josephine as the noble, Leliana as the spy master, Cullen as the war master, whatever he is, knight commander? Like, why them if there are potentially other people? Or, like, Joseph, I'm pretty sure they made up Josephine. I don't know if she's in any of the other games, or recognized, or not recognized, if she was ever in any of the other games.
So I'm thinking... Inquisition?
But they just... I'm gonna look her up real quick. Josephine Monte. Is she even so much as mentioned in any of the other games, or is she completely a new character in this? Involvement, Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah. So, one of the main people driving forces of this Inquisition was never a character. She was created for this. As well as the Inquisitor, Harold, was created for this game. Like, what made them choose these specific people to be reoccurring, especially considering some of them could have potentially died in your storyline, and yet they have to be alive for this.
With allies come enemies, and now we have a place to hold them.
I haven't been down here yet, have I? Does it actually have anyone here? This is by the waterfall, isn't it? This reminds me of, what are they called? The moon doors? That's the, like, drop point. But what is... Are they the high cells or something? From Game of Thrones, there's the Vale, which has a castle like this, and they put, it's not like this though, they put their, it would be like this. They put prisoners in a cell, and the other side, there's a cell door, there's a wall, and then no wall there, and it's just a drop like this. But much, much further and not into water. So it's like, yeah, you could leave anytime you want. You'll just fall 7,000 feet and die. Anywho. That's a fun place.
Inquisitor.
Why do you keep saying Inquisitor when I walk by, despite being unable to talk? Let me see if I can get quests from other people. Like, I know I talk to people and such, but... Or what does it say? It says deception. Archery competition. Varric isn't allowed.
How's it going?
No, you don't have a mission for me. Krim, sit down, you silly bastard.
Fine day to you.
I really do like this music in this game. The Herald's Rest. What is here? Is this the... Oh, it's my Inquisition, Requisition, whatever.
Of course. Oh, Bells, it's you.
Bells?
Morris. Sir Morris, I suppose. I am serving as quartermaster for Skyhold and its arriving throngs. Stores are growing, and so long as we have fair
Why are you
coin to
quartermaster?
restock,
Wasn't
you and yours will be well
Thren
served.
quartermaster?
The previous quartermaster survived Haven. Where is she?
She's in my fucking garden.
Had views. Has views. Perfectly legitimate ones if you share them, Inquisitor. I believe it was felt that your quartermaster should be more palatable now that the Inquisition is in Orlais. She continues to serve, just not at the fore.
Well, how are you
What makes
qualified?
you ideal for this position? It's an important one.
My family has ties to several freehold militias.
Oh, so you were born deserving this position, huh?
And Orlais.
And
No.
your qualifications?
Yeah.
My family holds treaties with 3 new money Tevinter houses. And
So
a
your
rare
family.
Ultima contract with a Paragon namesake.
And your qualifications?
To be honest, your worship, that was my question. I am the nexus of a dozen threads tied by others, designed to cast the widest and most appealing resource net. But I will rise to the occasion. Skyhold will want for nothing. I swear it.
As you were.
Yeah, I'm
We
done
are
talking
here
to
for
you.
you, Inquisitor.
This dude's crazy. Son Eustace? Who the fuck is Eustace? Oh, there's stairs up. I thought it just ended here. Hello? Bunch of bedrolls. Okay. Well, quartermaster that I'm never going to see again. Good day. Never gonna pay attention to you. I already got your quest ready to go. Don't know why I have people doing stuff there when I have the Undercroft. Isn't what's his face a blacksmith or something? Varric, do you have a quest for me?
What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
No. Am I? No, you're not ready yet. Yeah, Thren is right here.
Thanks for my life in Haven. You've all sorts serving now. If that means change, so be it.
Is it this door that they put it in? This room? Is that why it's not available? There's a mirror thing. I don't know if this door ever goes anywhere. Is it supposed to go to my armory? Okay, Thrin has some scars. I thought that person looked a lot like Thrin. Maybe I'm just being racist. All white people look the same. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do just reuse a bunch of faces and stuff and barely change them. Put them in different outfits or whatever. Because I feel like a lot of people do look the exact same. Anywho. Josephine, do you have anything for me?
A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor.
Oh, nice.
Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death.
Well, that's not true.
They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
Diplomats.
Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jada I'm not a monster in disguise.
Excellent. I believe there's much to be gained.
Oh, goodness. Sure. Oh, by the way, Josephine, you were ready to check in, yet you don't want to tell me that? It's fine. It's fine. Ready to report, but you're not going to actually give me the report. You get back to it. You give me more resources.
Let us begin.
Unless I forgot someone, I think that was everyone. I spoke with everyone, got some side quests and such out of everyone I could. Got some dialogue out of the way from those I couldn't. So I guess when I record again later, we're just gonna do a bunch of companion quests and such. I don't know whose I want to do first. Probably Solus, just cause. I want to do these, but I think I'm not ready. I also want to get a lot more people backed up so I can just go in line. Because otherwise it's like one now, and then we'll wait another couple recordings, and then have another one. I would like to just blast through recordings, get as many prisoners as possible, and then just become judge, jury, executioner for a lot of people in a row for one episode. Anywho.